everyone. So I decided to do a blog video this time because I don't feel like typing anything. So I'm just going to talk about what we've been up to the past almost whole month we've been here. It'll be a month since we got here tomorrow, Thursday. And yeah, so I'm just going to talk about what we've been doing and everything like that. I give a little summary. So we got here the 21st of September, and we had reserved an Airbnb for 2 weeks because I thought we were gonna need that time to find an apartment, but we ended up finding an apartment like 3 days later. So it happened really quick and smoothly. So we love our apartment. We're all settled in now. There's a cat that comes by. We named her Mimi. So she's like our temporary cat here in France since we're huge cat lovers. And yeah, so we've just been settling into our apartment. Today we just went and explored our neighborhood because we live in Montferrand, which is like the medieval quarter of Clermont-Ferrand. And I'll be teaching tomorrow. This is my second week in my schools. I'm in 2 schools that are just like a 10-minute tram ride from here, going more north. And yeah, so I taught in my first school. I've taught there last week, which was my presentation week. So I did a slideshow about me, and I showed pictures of my family and my pets, Sacramento, and so I did that in my first school and in my second school. And then this week, 2 days ago, I did my Halloween lesson. I did that in my first school, and then tomorrow in my second school I'm doing my Halloween lesson. And because they don't really celebrate Halloween here, like it's not popular at all. We don't really see any decorations. They don't trick or treat. It seems like that it's a very much North American holiday. And plus, like, they have La Toussaint, which is the 1st of November, which is like their main holiday that's coming up, which is like a day of remembrance for their lost loved ones. So they go to cemeteries and put out flowers on the graves. So Halloween's foreign to them. They don't celebrate it here, which is sad because it's my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. And I'm really sad that I won't be in America. I just love everything about it. But that's okay. And so, yeah, so I taught about Halloween. I showed them pictures of examples of Halloween, what you'd see in America. So, like, pictures of houses decorated for Halloween, kids in costumes going trick-or-treating. I showed them pictures of, like, a haunted house, the pumpkin patch. So, the pumpkin patch, the hay rides, the corn mazes that they have, And they loved it. They thought it was super cool. And I did flashcards and a flashcard game with that they loved. That was super fun for them. So I'm glad I got to talk about Halloween and teach them about it because, yeah, they don't have it here. So it was fun. And my presentation week last week was really cool too. They loved the pictures of our cats, Cowboy and Charlie. And I showed them a picture of my dog Honey, and they went crazy for them because they love animals. And I showed them pictures of my family. Showed them pictures of Sacramento, and to them, Sacramento is beautiful, and it looks amazing. Like, if you only knew, there's some parts are not so great, but yeah, to them, like it's super different than Clermont-Ferrand. So. Yeah, they loved that. And so I've been having a good time teaching there. The kids are super nice. They like to come up to me when they see me around school and say hello, and my name is. So they know that, like, I'm the English speaker there. and they like to come and try and speak with me. And yeah, and the teachers are really cool. They some of them I keep in contact with through email, and we talk about what I want to do, what they want to do in class, any ideas and everything. And then some teachers I don't talk to at all. Like, we don't communicate through email or anything, and I kind of just show up with a lesson prepared. And I either do it, and they let me do it, or they tell me what they want to do, and we end up doing that. But most of the time, I'm teaching 30 to 45 minutes in a class, and the teachers will stand or sit in the back or to the side and just watch me do my lesson, watch the children participate. And like sometimes they participate too. Like if I'm doing a song, they'll sing with them. And mainly what they do is they make sure the kids are being good, like they're listening. They're, when they're talking, they tell them to be quiet, to pay attention. They kind of just like, they're the ones that make sure that they're being good students, that they're listening, paying attention, and that when I'm trying to speak, that they stop talking, because they're pretty chatty, which is fine. They're kids, and I'll do that too. I'll say, listen, pay attention. I'll wait till it's quiet. I'll make sure that I do that too while I'm teaching, and then if they're not doing it, the teacher will step in. But yeah, they just let me do my thing, which is nice. There's one teacher that I'm actually really assisting. So like she teaches her lesson and I assist in English, and I help her while she does it. So so that's more of like I'm actually assisting her. But the other classes I'm in English, 30 to 45 minutes. So I do a lesson. And I'm really enjoying it. I like to prepare and plan lessons. It's fun. You can be really creative. So I like that. And I like that I'm at the elementary school level. So like kids ages 7 to 11, because it's just like fun things. It's animals, colors, family, parts of the body, parts of the body. What else? There's lots of things. And so I teach in English the whole time. I don't use any French at all. So if like they don't understand something, the teacher might explain to them what I'm saying in French so that they really understand. So yeah, the teacher will do that sometimes, but I speak in English the whole time. And when they ask me questions or try to speak to me in French, I'll always respond in English. So I think they know I understand what they're saying, but I don't speak French back to them, so that like I'm always practicing English with them. I just feel like that's important and good for them, to help them with their proficiency and their studying of the language. And I'm not only teaching English. I teach about the culture, American culture too. That's kind of an integral part of my lessons, so I make sure to do that. But yeah, it's mainly focused on oral production and oral comprehension, so just try to get them speaking, understanding what I'm saying, understanding the material. So we don't do any reading or writing. I think that's more with the teacher. But so my job is more focused on oral expression and their comprehension of English. And yeah, they're really cool. The kids are really sweet. Like I said, they are a little chatty, but they've been really good so far. So yeah, and I teach tomorrow. So I've only taught 2 weeks. After tomorrow, I've only taught 2 weeks there, and then it's 2 weeks of vacation already. So I've only taught twice at each school, and then it's already 2 weeks off because it's vacances de la Toussaint. So we get 2 weeks off of school, and we'll resume school like the second week of November. And yeah, so hopefully they remember me when when I come back. I'm sure they will. They've already know me by my name. They'll say hello, Jessica, when I'm in the hallway or at recess. So yeah, I'm having fun, and I think they are too. So school's going really well. My teachers are really really nice and helpful. I print my materials there, so I don't have to pay for printing, which is really cool. So yeah, the first week we got here, we stayed in the Airbnb, found our apartment right away, really quickly. I found it through an email from one of my conseillers pédagogiques, one of my advisors. They sent like an announcement that this person was renting an apartment, and so I called the number, and we went and looked at it, and we took it right then and there. Gave the security deposit, and she drafted the lease, and we signed it. So it was super easy. When it was really quick, so that was cool. So we had the Airbnb for 2 weeks booked, but we found our apartment like 3 or 4 days later. So we decided to stay in the Airbnb until our book reservation ended, and then we moved in because I didn't want to waste our Airbnb reservation. So we did that. I opened a bank account, which was really easy. That was really easy too, and so that went well. My bank person, my bank advisor, she helped me every step of the way. Made sure I knew what to do, that I had everything I needed. Explained to me certain things. So she's been really awesome. So banking is good, all set up. We have tram passes. Well, it's good for the tram and the bus. So there's a bus system in Clermont-Ferrand, and there's a lot of bus stops around the city, different bus lines that goes to different parts, and then a little bit outside the city, I think. And then there's one tram line that goes through the whole city, and it takes you anywhere you need to go. And it's quick, it's super efficient, easy. So we have a monthly tram pass, which is like a card with a chip. And then like you just go in the tram and we tap it on this machine that validates the card. And then yeah, so I like the monthly tram/bus pass because then you don't always have to buy a ticket every time you want to use it, since we use tram a lot to go to my schools. We use it to go to the city center. Since Montferrand is it's like a half-hour walk to the city center, so it's super close by walking, and then it's just like a 10-minute ride on the tram to the city center. And it takes you a lot of places within the city of Clermont. So we like that. And we get a discount on our tram bus passes, our monthly card. We get the young discount, so if you're under 26, it's cheaper. And also, since I work for the country as a salarié, as a teacher, I get 50% reimbursed on my tram pass because it's used for work. So that's nice. Makes it super cheap. So it's very practical. We don't miss driving at all. Like we do not miss driving. We hated driving in Sacramento because of the traffic, and I feel like it's just become really, I don't know, just every time we go out and drive, we would just fear for our life. But yeah, so we don't miss driving. I don't want to go back and drive. When I go back to the U.S., I don't want to drive again. So maybe I'll stick with public transportation. And I think Victor feels the same way. So, but yeah, we've just been exploring the city. Today we went and explored more of Montferrand, the medieval quarter we live in, which is super cool. Super old buildings, and they're really cool. I love taking pictures, and we just love walking the cobblestone streets and looking at everything. We love going to the city center. There's a lot to do. And there's really cool architecture, like the cathedral, the theatre, the theater, what else? Yeah, the Place de Jode is fun. But like going to the parks around in Clermont-Ferrand. So we love our city. I feel like it's perfect for us, especially our first time being in France. It's not too big of a city, but not too small. So it's like it's easy to find your way around, and you don't feel overwhelmed by how big it is because since it's smaller, I don't know. It just feels like it's easier, not so overwhelming, but it's not too small to where there's like nothing to do. So it's like the perfect size for us. I think there's 150,000 people that live here in Clermont. So yeah, we're super happy with it. We love it here. We're enjoying every day, learning new things every day. And yeah, so our Airbnb hosts, they were really nice. They did a lot for us. They always provided whatever we needed, asked if we needed anything. And they picked us up from the bus station when we first arrived in Clermont-Ferrand. We arrived at 5 in the morning, so they were super nice. They picked us up at 5 in the morning and took us back to the Airbnb. And they let us do laundry in their laundry machine. They had homemade apricot jam for us. They'd give us things from their garden, some fruits and vegetables. And yeah, they were just really, really helpful, really nice. So we've become friends with them and their family. Um, they're incredibly nice. So huge thanks to them. And we've met some of the other assistants that are in the primary level like me that live in Clermont. So it's fun talking to them. They come from different parts. There's some from America, some from the United Kingdom. It's really cool. And yeah, so we're having a good time. You know, we don't want to go back to America. So yeah, we really like it here. Um, oh yeah, so we haven't really experienced much culture shock. It's mainly things like that are different when we see or experience something different. It's not really shocking. It's more like that's interesting or that's really cool. That's cooler than what we do in America, or like, oh wow, like that would never fly in America. Like there's dog poop everywhere. They don't really pick up after their pet, and I feel like in America, like people would get super mad about that. But here it's just normal. You don't tip in restaurants, which is really nice. I like that. I feel like in America, we don't have to tip, but I feel like it's just this rule, this implicit rule that you always tip, even if the service isn't that great. You still tip, because I don't know. I just feel like it's an obligation. So I like here that you don't tip. Their tips are included in the price of the what's on the menu. So you just know, like, when you order something, you're gonna pay the price on the menu, what it shows on the menu. So that's cool. What else? The food here is so good. Baguettes are good from the boulangerie, the bakery. The food's good. The salad is super fresh here, really tasty. Um, we haven't tried any of the regional dishes from Auvergne, like the la truffade and aligot. So hopefully we try those soon because I really want to try the regional dishes here. We haven't had a chance to do that yet, so we'll do that, I'm sure, soon. And we've been eating really good. We always, get a dessert because their desserts are amazing. And let's see what else. I like that they give you. So in America, when you get water, you get like a glass with ice cubes, and the waiter will come by and fill up your glasses with water with their pitcher. But here, well, first of all, you don't get ice in your drinks, but you don't really need it. I don't miss ice. It's not big of a deal. Yeah, it's fine. And then they give you a bottle, like a glass bottle, almost the size of a wine bottle, um, of water, and they just leave it at your table, and you fill up your glasses with water when you want water. So that's nice that they don't, unlike in America, they don't always come by and bother you while you're eating, and to fill up your water. Because to me, that kind of bothered me in America, like when you'd be eating and then they come by, they have to reach over you, fill up your glass. But I like here. I like it here that they give you like a big bottle of water, and for you to have at your table when you fill up your glasses. And it makes it, I don't know, it just makes you have a better time like eating, enjoying your food because you're not being interrupted constantly. And I feel like it's better to enjoy your company that way without so much interruption. So that's nice. I like that. I like that change. Portions are smaller, but they're not too small. I feel like a lot of people think French restaurants they give you these super tiny portions. That's not true. I mean, maybe in some like really upscale um, restaurants they do smaller portions, but the places we've gone they've been like the perfect size. Like we'll eat and finish our whole plate, and we don't feel too full, but we don't feel hungry. We feel satisfied. Like I don't yeah we never feel too full, but we don't leave hungry. Like it's a good amount of food that they give you, and you don't get leftovers. But I think that's nice because you go and you eat your whole meal. You get your dessert. You have a coffee after your meal. And it's nice, like because I feel like with leftovers, it's just excess food that you don't really need. And I don't know, it's a nice change because in America they're so focused on quantity of food, whereas here in France it's more about quality than quantity. And I feel like it's the opposite in America. You don't get refills on your soda. You'd have to pay for another soda if you wanted more. But we usually get water, and it's good. We don't really get soda. What else? So the one thing that I did have culture shock with, and it's funny that that it was super shocking to me because I knew about this before coming here, was okay, so in the schools, there's a few things that are different. Well, first of all, this isn't the culture shock part, but the principal here and the principals in France, they also teach classes. So, like, they'll teach maybe like 3 times a week, and then one day is for their principal duties. The whole day is for their principal duties. So they teach classes, and they're the principal. In America, the principal only does his principal job. His or her job as principal. They do that every day during the week. So that's different. That was interesting. The culture shock part was the teachers will discipline their students, and yeah, it's pretty intense. When they discipline them, they get right in their face, and they yell at them. They scold them super loudly, right in front of everyone. They don't hold back. It was shocking because it feels like it's a parent like ripping their child a new one, just like yelling at them for whatever they did wrong or whatever they did that was bad. And I feel like that doesn't really happen in America. Usually, they would pull the student aside or like send them to the office, or they handle it differently here for sure. Like the teacher will just yell at them right in front of everyone in the middle of class. And yeah, that was shocking. It's happened a few times. I've only been to each school 2 times, and it's happened in multiple different classes, and they don't hold back. They will yell at them, like scream at them. and that was shocking. And I knew that their culture, that this happened in France, but it's just so different when you're there in the classroom when it's happening because it's just uncomfortable. So I just stand there. I just like kind of look away, let the teacher do their thing, and just act like nothing happened. I just go on with my lesson. So that's the most shocking thing is just how this student teacher relationship is, and that the teachers will discipline them and yell at them, and they just yeah, it's intense. Um, so yeah, I don't do that though with my students. Like that's the teacher for them to do. So luckily I don't have to discipline them in that. Good thing I'm an assistant teacher, not like the teacher teacher, because I don't know if I could do that. Um, what else? Oh, so schools in France, they get half days on Wednesdays, so they only go to school, I think, 8:45 to 11:45 on Wednesdays. So they only go to school like 4.5 days a week. So Wednesdays, I think it used to be that Wednesdays there was no school on Wednesdays, but I think now they do half days. So after school they can go have lunch and then they can do their extracurricular activities if they do sports, or music, if they practice an instrument or if they do art. So yeah, that's different. A half day on Wednesday. So I don't teach on Wednesdays. Um, I teach Mondays and Thursdays. What else? There was something else I wanted to say. I can't remember. Oh yeah. So also in France you get 2-hour lunches. So whether you work or go to school, you will have lunch for 2 hours. So usually it's from, I think for schools, the schools I'm in, their lunches are from 11:45 to 1:45, and I think for people who work, it could be the same, or their lunch is from 12 to 2. So you get a 2-hour break in the middle of the day, and it's really nice. I really enjoy that. I love the 2-hour lunches. I feel like it makes your day go by a lot smoother. I feel like people are happier because they get like a 2-hour break. In America, you usually get like a 30-minute to an hour lunch, and that's definitely, I feel like, not enough time. That's not enough time to eat your food, to enjoy it, to not feel rushed, to enjoy the company you're eating with. So it's nice. So Victor will come meet me for lunch, and we have 2 hours together in the middle of the day, in the middle of my working day. And we'll go have lunch, and we'll have 2 hours to just eat and relax. And I feel a lot better. Like I feel like it makes me feel like I'm not rushed and or pressured, and it makes me feel like happier just having a break, taking time away to relax. And yeah, so 2 hours, that's double the time I think that we have in America. I think America should change that. I think America should do 2-hour lunches. I feel like people will be a lot happier. And I think you need that time to relax and not feel rushed and enjoy your food. The French are all about enjoying your food, taking your time to eat, to socialize, to really enjoy the food that was made for you. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, and then also one thing that's super awesome about being here is that so in America, like our phone plans in America are such a ripoff. Like we get ripped off by all those phone companies. Here, we got the second day we were in Clermont-Ferrand. We went to Free Mobile and got a French SIM card and a French phone number. So we were able to walk in, and they have this vending machine like a dispenser, and it's like a touch screen menu that you fill out your information, and it dispenses a SIM card right there that you can put in your phone. So now you have a French phone plan and a French number, and it's only €10 to get a French SIM card, And then we chose the free, I forget what the name of the phone plan, like the name of the plan is, but it's through Free Mobile, and it's 20 euros a month, and you get 100 gigabytes a month of 4G data, which is amazing. Like, that's so cheap for how much data you get. And you get free talk and free text. And then if you go to other, like, European countries, the you get the same free talk and free text, but it goes to 25 megabytes of data instead of 100. So while we're in France, we get 100. And then if we were to go to a different country, it'd go down to 25. But that's still a lot. For only 20 euros a month? Like, God, I wish I could have that forever. So, yeah. There are things that they're just a lot different. The service, everyone here is a lot slower, like at a slower pace of living, which I really enjoy because I found Sacramento too fast of a pace, and I didn't like it. I like here that it's slow, everyone takes their time. So I like that. Like Americans are always in a rush. We're always in a rush. It's like America's like a culture that in a country that's really focused on doing things fast for cheap and just get it done, go, 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 go. I like here that it's more focused on quality of life. It's more focused on taking your time. So yeah. And I feel like in America, like everyone's so focused on being busy. Like if you work 40 hours a week, you're seen as a great person, a great citizen. And if you don't work a lot, if you spend more time enjoying your life than working, you work part-time or something, you're seen as lazy. So America's really focused on you gotta work hard and be busy and make a lot of money. I've always hated that about America. I feel like work should be second, and I feel like life should be more focused on just enjoying yourself and the people around you, and then work, you know? I feel like Americans work way too much and are so too focused on money and success. So yeah, I don't want to see how we can move back to America after being here because we love it here. So yeah, we do our grocery shopping at Auchan, which is like the French Walmart, and we go there because it's it's a nice store. Like it has everything you need, and it's right across the street from my schools, so it's really convenient. So we grocery shop there, and we do our grocery shopping like twice a week because here you kind of get the groceries you need for the day and the next few days, and then you go back and get more groceries. Like in America, we used to go grocery shopping once a month, and it used to be this huge one full big grocery shopping trip, and you got everything you needed for the month. Well, here it's like we go twice a week, which is a big change, but I like it. It's you get what you need, and then and I feel like it cuts down on waste because you eat everything you the next few days, and then when you're out, you go and you get what you need, so what you want. So grocery shopping twice a week. Everything is either closed, like all businesses are either closed on Sundays, but if they're open Sundays, then they're closed on Mondays. So you kind of have to plan around that. So if it's like Sunday and you don't have any food, then you're out of luck. So yeah. Or yeah, like I said, if they're open Sundays, then they're closed on Mondays. So those days you kind of have to like watch out for and make sure you plan your shopping around that. So yeah. What else? The weather has been really great here. It's actually been in like the 70s and 80s. So it's like still like summer, but I think it's gonna start getting colder, which we're excited about because we love the cold. Sacramento was way too hot for us. Like we hated the weather. We hate hot weather. So we're excited that it's gonna get cold. And yeah. So yeah, so we're just gonna keep exploring. We still need to go to the Puy de Dôme, which is this volcano you can hike up. So like Clermont-Ferrand is surrounded by volcano chains, and they're dormant. They're not. I don't think they're active at all. Um, but yeah, you can go hike them, which is like super cool to hike on volcanoes. And they're really green too. We still need to go do that. And yeah, for our 2 week vacation, we're gonna go to Lyon, which is like 2 hours and 20 minutes away by train. And then from Lyon, we're gonna go to Strasbourg in Alsace, which is like on the border of France and Germany. And it's cool because they have like, so Strasbourg and Alsace, it's right on the Rhine River, and that kind of separates France and Germany. So there's a bridge that crosses the Rhine River in Strasbourg, and you can walk literally from France into Germany and go to Germany. So I think we're gonna do that, which is really exciting. It's gonna be pretty fun. So we're excited. And yeah, so hopefully, I know I say like I wanna like write blogs more, write them more frequently, but there's always just like something going on or something to do. So hopefully maybe if I don't write, maybe I'll do more blog videos. I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.